The cities of the world contain over half of the global population. This requires a huge amount of land in order to produce food for our cities. In fact, the amount of land needed to feed the world's cities is equivalent to the whole of South America. Throughout the 20th century, the US experienced extreme migration from the country to cities. 80% now live in urban areas. This has caused an increasing disconnection between people and their food, with just the packaged product on the shelves being what we see. 90% of the farms in the US produce commodity crops, which are then converted into unhealthy, processed foods. It is estimated that meals in the US travel 1,500 miles to get from farm to plate. This results in huge greenhouse gas emissions. Food transportation alone makes up 5% of global emissions. 1 in every 3 adults and 1 in every 6 children in the US suffer from obesity. 49 million people live in food insecure households. So people are eating too much, but they're not getting enough good foods. So, is the solution to simply start buying and consuming healthier foods? Well, no, it's not that simple. This is emphasising a personal blame for the situation on the individual, which is particularly popular in an individualistic culture like the US. In fact, for many people, there is little choice in the matter. The USDA estimate that 23.5 million Americans live in food deserts. Food deserts are urban neighbourhoods that are without easy access to fresh, healthy, affordable foods. Instead of having access to supermarkets or grocery stores, these communities are usually limited to fast food restaurants or convenience stores. Over half of those living in food deserts are considered low income, so for many people, low quality, unhealthy foods are the only choice available. Food deserts are a form of environmental and spatial injustice. There is an inequality of distributions. This is more than just mere misfortune. The marginalisation of communities in food deserts disproportionately affects ethnic minorities and low-income neighbourhoods. We've now seen all the issues that are caused by the current food system. So is there a way that we can change this? One way in which the current food system can begin to be altered is through the use of urban agriculture. Simply put, urban agriculture is agriculture that takes place within urban areas, such as cities. Urban agriculture can take place in a variety of areas, such as sidewalks, vacant buildings, and rooftops. When communities become involved, this ignites a citizen-led transformation to the current system. This transformation involves providing freshly grown fruit and vegetables to food desert communities, whether this be through the sale of commercial produce or through community plots where members of the community are free to grow their own foods. The injustice of a lack of choice over which foods to eat starts to be addressed as fresh foods become available to the community. There are also further benefits to the community. Urban agriculture can create a new use for abandoned buildings and derelict sites. Growing food close to where we eat it means we consume it when it's fresh and reconnects people to their food. This close proximity also reduces the need for transport, and so greenhouse gas emissions and cost are significantly reduced. Urban agriculture can also provide education, training and jobs to members of the community, particularly when it becomes commercial. Areas where urban agriculture has taken off have shown that there have been reduced crime, improved community togetherness, and made the area even more attractive. However, there are several areas which pose potential barriers to urban agriculture. It can be difficult getting young people in the community to engage with the issue, as agriculture is not particularly seen as an exciting endeavour. If there are no free or abandoned areas that can be used, then it can become quite expensive and difficult to find suitable land. More energy may be required to produce crops than those in rural areas. Through citizen-led transformation, urban agriculture can address the injustices of the current food system, as well as tackling issues such as emissions and land use. As the benefits start to be realised, perhaps this area can grow, and the global issue of cities and food can be looked at through the lens of urban agriculture.